What's going on, everybody? This is Just Flippin', aka Miko, and today I'm going to go into a little bit of a breakdown of my current sales since I started eBay, and the growth that I've experienced, and just the downtrends when you aren't very active, and the amount of sales and growth you can get when you are active, and when you are putting in the amount of time that you want to put in. So I started selling on eBay in March of this year, which I stated in my previous video, and I just want to go over my breakdowns of what I've been able to accomplish since then. So my total sales since I've started eBay in March has been $5,426.77. Out of that $5,426, the selling costs were about $1,721, which netted me about $3,398 before the cost of goods. The amount of items I've sold so far since March has been 145, very close to 150. 150 was my estimate, but after looking at the report, it is 145 total items packed, shipped, and sent out. My average sale price on those 145 items is $37.43. That's actually not bad at all. It's a pretty good number. That just means I'm not out here selling a lot of little dollar items, and when I am, they sell pretty fast, so I have extra money to go ahead and make the purchases that I feel like will be beneficial for me in the long run. And as you can see, I have 0 sales via auction. Do not think that's a viable option to make any profit. I'm not interested in possibly selling an item lower than what I think the value of it is, or what I happen to pay for it. I have this all logged, and I make sure I have to turn a profit on anything I buy before I even buy it. And obviously you have those bad buys, but overall I've been in the green pretty well. And if you look to the right a little bit, as you can see, all of my sales has been buy it now, which I thoroughly believe is probably the best way to go about things. Your merchandise might sit a little bit longer than it would if you do an auction, but you also will probably get max value for the item that you want to sell. And as you can see, out of the 145 people that I have sold to, all of them have been one-time buyers. I have not had a repeat buyer, and that could cause trouble down the road, not necessarily due to the big pool of online buyers that there is across all marketplaces. And that also means I'm not set on a certain niche. So people don't come to me because they want to buy Hummels or video games or like steering wheel covers. I pretty much sell anything and everything that I know I can flip and turn a profit on. Maybe down the road when I figure out more things and get everything in line, I might niche down a little bit, but I do enjoy my business model now. I'm learning a lot that I didn't know before, and I'm also making money in all sorts of categories, which, I mean, it's better to broaden your horizons. And like they say, you don't want to keep your eggs in one basket. And if you look here, this is the taxes and fees and shipping and handling versus my item sales. As you can see, 5,426 has been my total since March. Or my best month so far, as you can see, has been May. That's really when I started grinding. This whole time I was having personal problems. It was hard for me to really get anywhere necessarily. That's why July and June you can see a little bit of a dip. I wasn't doing it as aggressively, but in August, this month, but as you can see, it trends up from March, April to May. June and July it dipped. Just for personal reasons, I needed to take some time off and just focus on what I needed to focus on. And August is when I was able to pick things back up, and I've been going at it full throttle, and you'll be able to see that monthly breakdown here in a little while, and that just basically just shows you how aggressively I've been able to work at it since the start of August, pretty much. This basically just shows the best offer sales, so people that send me offers, or if I send them offers, which as you can see has resulted in 0 sales. I turn best offer off on pretty much 100% of my items, and I very rarely send out offers, and when I do, I have yet to have anyone accept one. So it hasn't really worked for me too well. I'm sure once I have more items in my store, I'll be able to do more best offer. Basically, I'll be able to do things like that and maybe use that for the clearance items or things that I really need to move ASAP. And here are my selling costs, $1,721. are from eBay fees and from the shipping labels. 43% are from eBay fees for a total of $747. And 56% are from shipping at $973. That's what scares a lot of people away from doing things like this, is the shipping process, the shipping fees. After shipping out close to 150 items, I feel pretty comfortable doing it. I'm not nervous like I was, and it's pretty much second nature at this point. But 56% is a little high. There's really nothing you can do to prevent shipping costs. Maybe just get your metrics down to a T. I could probably get that down a little bit more. I'll look into it a little bit, and we'll see what we can do about that. And also, along with this, the promoted listing sales tab. I don't promote any of my listings, so that's a big fat 0. I don't want to give nothing against eBay, but I don't feel like I need to dish out an additional percentage of my sale just to promote it on higher pages. Like I said, I'm not here to sell things instantly. I don't mind sitting on stuff sometimes because usually it moves, and I'm always bringing in new inventory. So I don't believe promoting anything is a viable option for me unless it's maybe something very expensive that I just maybe want to free up some liquid then. But overall, I don't promote my listings. I'm going to have a top 10 beginning eBay video that'll go into a little more detail of what I believe is probably the best options as a new eBay seller or a new online seller in general. So look out for that one. As you can see, my top categories are video games and consoles, clothing, shoes, and accessories, which the subcategories are pretty much shoes. So I sell a lot of video games and consoles, as well as shoes, cameras, certain toys. This is just a percentage of what, basically the cost. So the percentage towards the total sales that I've accumulated. That's why the toys and hobbies says robot. I've literally sold one for $200, so that put that in the top 5. I probably could go in depth a little bit more on these categories, but basically this is my top 10. So video game consoles, men's athletic shoes, 35mm film cameras, a robot from a Cosmo robot, and just the rest that you can take a look at yourself on the screen. And these are what I've been successful in, or just what I've been drawn to. But overall, you're going to have your own niche. You're going to be drawn to your own items. This is what I've been having success with so far. But I mean, like I said, I started in March, so I'm expanding every day. My knowledge is expanding every day. And I'm trying, and I'm doing as much as I can and putting as much time into it to get the most out of it that I believe I can. Once I started in March, I was able to become a top-rated seller. I achieved that status, and as you can see here, I have a 0% defect rate, 0% late shipment rate. I've resolved every case I've had, and everything's been uploaded on time. This is the key to being a good seller. This is the key to starting out good. You want to build up your store, and you do not want any dings on your account starting out, or in general. But as a rule of thumb, you really want to start out good. You really want to build that store up and have good quality. So do whatever you can to maintain that 100% positive feedback, that 0% defect rate, and keep doing that, and you will become a top-rated seller as well. And as we move over here to the return rate, 0.7%, 1 out of, we'll say, 150, so that's even lower than 0.7%. But that one return was an item that actually got damaged in transit. I sold a copy machine for $300, super heavy, probably close to about 50 to 60 pounds. I double boxed it, bubble wrapped it, did everything that I thought I did everything that I thought was plausible to get the copy machine to where it had to go safely. And it was going to New York, so I didn't have too many stops. So I was very confident. Anyways, it got to the buyer, and then about a week and a half later, I get a message stating that that copy machine has been broken. He sent me a picture. The glass inside, where you set the photos or the pictures on, was shattered. I think it was just, It's a lesson learned overall. I probably could have packaged it better, maybe add some styrofoam. Anyway, FedEx reimbursed me $100 for insurance. I still made about like $60 on that. It would have been a lot more, but that is the only return that you see here. And he didn't even send the copier back. I just sent him a full refund and went about my business. Sometimes you just have those headaches, and that's just the cost of doing business. You have to roll with the punches. The people that can withstand that are the people that can sustain a business and down the road make it very successful. These are my impressions for the past month. I've had about 60,000 impressions, 1,227 page views. I've sold 30 items since July 25th. So July 25th to now. So July 25th to now, sold 30, so average about an item a day. But I've also started to ramp it up in August. July was a dead month for me. I didn't do much. So pretty much all of my sales have come in August. As you can see here, I have ramped it up since the beginning of August. Started a little low, and as August crept in, it just ramped up a little bit through that graph. Late August to now, I've been having a lot of sales, a lot of impressions, people looking at the items. I've also been listing a lot, and that is also a key, is to list every day, list as much as possible. Never take a day off. Maybe have a backlog of pictures that you've taken of your items and of your merchandise, and just try to list every day, whether it's 1 item, 2 items, 3 items. You want to get through those piles. And that is the sales breakdown since I've started in March. We're going to go into a lot more detail on the charts and the sales and the reports of things down the road. This was just the initial overview of what I've accomplished since March. Just wanted to lay the foundation of what we're going to be going from here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and look out for the next couple videos. I have a few things planned, and I hope to upload a picking video here shortly. I'm not too sure where it'll be, and I'm not honestly too sure if I want to reveal my sources at the moment. Maybe I think I want to grow a little bit more before I get into that. I'm sure in the footage some people will be able to distinguish where I'm at, and that's all right. But I'm not going to go out and just declare my sources. But anyways, keep a lookout for future content. My name is Miko, and this is Just Flippin', and I hope you guys have a good one.